We are still waiting for a reaction from the district attorney in former President Trump's Georgia election interference case. About 2 hours ago, Judge Scott McAfee in Fulton County ruled the DA, Fani Willis, could stay on the case. However, if she chooses to stay on the case, she has to kick off her lover and lead prosecutor, Nathan Wade. Back with me now, attorneys Leo Terrell, Jonathan Turley, and in focus now, Jason Chaffetz, coming into the mix, former Republican congressman of Utah and former oversight chairman. Jason, I want to start with you on this. More legal peril for the district attorney. The House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan has threatened now Fani Willis with contempt of Congress. He's demanding that she comply with the congressional subpoena as part of the committee's investigation into her office's use of federal funds. You've been there. You've been on the Hill, oversight chairman. How does this work?
Well, there's evidently nearly $500,000 that was allocated from the federal government to that district attorney's office. And they're questioning the receipts on that. Where did the money go? How did they spend it? And she has been unwilling to respond to that. And guess what? If you're going to take the federal money, you're going to have to answer all the federal questions. So Chairman Jordan is on it. I'm glad he's doing that. And it's the appropriate thing to do.
Politico is asking this question: will there be any Trump trials? And argues we could see 0 criminal trials play out before November's election. The only one with a scheduled start date at this point was the New York hush money case set to begin March 25th. And Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg just yesterday said that he's open to a 30-day delay. The request surrounds a massive new trove of federal documents that Alvin Bragg had requested more than a year ago. Well, he got them earlier this month, 73,000 pages in total. A judge will likely grant his 30-day delay. Jonathan, your thoughts on it?
Well, as a criminal defense attorney, I have to say that 30 days is not a lot of time to deal with this type of or burden of documents. The real question, obviously, is whether this judge will bring a modicum of fairness into this. Many of these cases are moving at a pace that is unusual. I just did a column about the D.C. courts where I've practiced in the past. Mm-hmm. In that case, you have a judge who has insisted that she won't consider the fact that this is someone running for president. And yet she's adopted a schedule that seems expedited at every single stage. This is faster, certainly, than most cases in D.C., which can take years to move forward. So it is clearly being influenced. This gravitational pull of the defendant is having an effect on all of these judges. And that itself is concerning. You know, this mad rush to try him before the election only magnifies the view that these are politically motivated cases.
Okay, politics again. And forgive me, Leo, I'm going to go back to Jason. Real quickly, if these cases don't happen until just before November or around about that time, what does that mean for Donald Trump?
Well, Donald Trump has defied every bit of conventional wisdom. I mean, the conventional wisdom was, hey, you get an indictment, you're done, your political career is over. But I think what they've seen in the totality, the American people have seen, is that this is a witch hunt. They saw it when they went after Donald Trump on everything that was going on. Russia, Russia, Russia. You know, how many times did Adam Schiff say, I've seen the evidence? Only to get the Mueller report and find out it was a nothing burger. And so they know that they picked on this person. He is the biggest impediment to the Washington, D.C. bureaucrats. And that's what makes him that much more appealing. So keep going after him hard. He gets politically stronger.
Yeah, a witch hunt. That's a word we haven't heard in a while, Leo Terrell. Evidence that only he could see. We couldn't see it.
Well, you know, Harris, the amazing thing about this is that Donald Trump has said on the campaign trail, if they can go after me, they can go after any one of us. And that's true. And you have to go back to that case that you just mentioned about the New York case. All these documents just deliver in this New York case. There's something called the Brady Rule, which requires exculpatory evidence, documentation to be given to the defense team. And you're giving this information at this last moment. This is Donald Trump would not be facing these charges, Harris, Faulkner, if he wasn't running for president. Everyone in this country knows that. But they want to keep him off the ballot. That has failed. Now they want to try to give him a Scarlet F felony conviction before the November election. And that will not work because these cases will not take place, in my opinion, before November of 2024.
All right, real quickly, everybody can see the live bug on our air right now, awaiting decision in a Florida courtroom on Trump and dismissing. It's a motion to dismiss the Florida case. Your thoughts, very fast. We don't have a lot of time, Leo, but I come back to you.
The Florida case, if you're looking about the Florida case, that case, in my opinion, will not take place until after the election. I think it's going to be continued throughout this year.
Jonathan, quick thoughts.
I think there's a good chance that indeed it will occur after the election. We'll have to see. The odds are against dismissal of all of these counts. I've said that long ago, but we'll have to see how the calendar plays out.
All right, gentlemen, great to have all three of you on at once. Appreciate your time on this Friday. Have a great weekend.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.